Made some glazed pumpkin. This is a glazed pumpkin bar. It hasn't been cut because it's still hot. But if you guys want to see how I made this, come on into the kitchen and let's get started, you guys. Thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you have tried this recipe. Come on in, let's get started. So you guys, I want to go over the ingredients with you. We're going to start with our wet ingredients first for this particular recipe. We have 3 eggs. Okay. Oopsie. A half a cup of oil. And we have 1.5 cups of our pumpkin puree. And then we're going to mix I have 1 cup of sugar in here. If you like a little, I reduced it as opposed to 1.5 cups of sugar. I've just added 1 cup of sugar. And then I'm going to add just the milk, which is, no, Mandy. We're just going to add a 1/4 cup of milk. Not much at all. Okay, all that goes in and we're going to stir. And I like to do these recipes for you guys because I don't have to pull out the mixer. So you're just going to combine these until it's extremely well combined. I'm just going to combine this all, you guys. And for the oil, it's canola oil, or use a very light oil. Okay, let me just stir this up. Once that is all mixed, I'm going to add our dry ingredients, which is 1.5 cups of flour. We're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda, and 3/4 teaspoons of salt, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. So I'm going to add the vanilla now, and I'm going to stir that in. Stir that in very well. Okay. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of pumpkin spice mix. Pumpkin pie spice mix, okay? That's a mixture of cinnamon, ground clove, and nutmeg. Okay, now we're going to just stir that in. Our sifted dry ingredients. I'm going to incorporate that really well, and then I'm going to pour it into our pan. Hold on, let me just mix that. Okay, so everything is well incorporated, and now I have my pan. Remember, your pan should always be waiting for you. And because it's my heat, I see my butter is already starting to melt. This is a 9x13. You have to make it in a 9x13 pan, you guys. And the difference between a 9x13, this is an 8x8. You want a 9x13, so you can see the difference in the measurements. Okay, that's a big difference. Okay, so this is the 9x13, which is the one we're going to be baking in. That's an 8x8. I'll show you. This is wonderful to have. Good storage. They also come with their tops. These are good to have. So some types of recipes you need to put, like if you're going to be making some Jello, I have those recipes coming. We'll get to that. Let's get our batter in the pan. Okay, so we're going to just spread that right in onto the bottom. The recipe is so easy, you guys, I'm telling you. It doesn't take long at all to make. So we're going to just spread that out, and then we're going to get on to our glaze. Like I said, this is called glazed pumpkin bars. All right, we're going to throw that in the oven, 350. I have a 1/3 cup of butter, 3 tablespoons of regular milk, and then I have a cup of pecans and 1 1/4 cups of brown sugar that I'm going to mix all in here for the glaze. Stir that in really well, you guys. Our pecans right here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to chop them up, okay? Chop them up. All right, so this is it, you guys. And now my cake is already done. So I'm going to pour all of the glaze on top of the cake now, and then we're going to put it under the broiler. Okay, you see that? And it's starting to melt because, of course, it's butter. So we're going to get them all into the nooks and crannies. Get it all in there. Let's throw it in the broiler real quick. It's going to get bubbly. This is what's going to make it the crunchy part under the broiler. Look at the bubbly on that, you guys. We're going to pull that out now. Don't take long. As soon as you start seeing it caramelizing and bubbling up, you're going to pull it out. So good. So you can see it's still bubbling in some areas there. Be careful, guys. This is so hot. And what I do is I try to, my pecans, like when I notice they're all in a corner up underneath the boil, on the sugar. So what I was doing was trying to put them back over on top, because what happened is that for some reason my cake rose to the top, and so everything started going along down the side, which it wasn't flush flat. But honestly, this is a wonderful cake. But guess what? This is not a cake to eat today. It's a cake that you're going to eat until it's completely cool, and it'll be even better tomorrow. But it is a moist cake. It stays extremely moist. One of the things that I have done just to make sure that my cake it doesn't burn under the broiler is that I will turn it up on the broiler, and then I will turn it off and leave it there, and it'll still keep boiling, and the sugar and that butter. Ooh. So what you want to do is just let this cool, you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Thank you again for coming. God bless you guys. Love you for watching, and I hope you've been affected. Bye.